The police search was going on for 24 hours. It was very cold, very windy. There was a lot of rain. It was kind of a Danish storm, winter storm. Through all these 24 hours, I was hoping that they will bring him. They initiated, as far as I remember, 4 helicopters, 3 boats, people on the shore with the dogs. So it was a big rescue mission. I allowed the thought that this is it when they told me they found empty kayak. But I still hoped that he would be somewhere on an island making fire or just hoping to be found. It's only at the moment when they said they found the body that I allowed it to come upon me. I just stopped. I just gave up. I went to my daughter, who was 13 years old, and she knew. I mean, the kids, they were waiting with me for the police to find him, because it's not something I either wished or could hide from them. And I hugged her, we hugged, and we just started to cry. We just cried. I don't know for how long. We just cried and cried. 2 small ones, they were 3 and 5. They were just in complete silence, standing, looking at us. And I asked, "Why are you crying?" And I said to them that the police said that Dad is dead. And they didn't start to cry. I think at this age you just cannot process these kind of things. But I do remember my oldest, who was 5, Peter, he said, "Oh, I didn't know adults also could cry." When something like this happens, you are naturally completely unprepared for this. And no matter how much you speculate about these things, when something big and unexpected happens, you simply don't know your reaction. And in a way, it's liberating, because it can actually happen that you cope much better than you can imagine. Another thing what I noticed was every time I was thinking, why now? Why couldn't we get just 5 years more together? Then I was noticing this kind of thinking was bringing me pain, intense pain, and I would then, when experiencing this, allow myself to cry, and sometimes if I was alone or in the forest, to scream even. And then if I, by my own will, would turn the focus onto, but we did have this 8 years, and it's like greed. It's never enough. It would never be enough. If it would happen 1 year later, I would say, why 9 years? Instead of saying we had 8 years together, I could have been just 1. So always to just expand this and be super grateful for this amazing, rich 8 years. That would bring immediate relief. Somehow gratitude and pain cannot really coexist. So in the moment of feeling huge gratitude, which can coexist with love, it just grows and explodes you from inside, and then the pain and the grief step behind. That's why when I'm taken over by grief, still this comes sometimes, even today, then I know to focus on gratitude for something we experienced together and on love. And then the grief and the pain step backwards. And I think we only experience pain and grief when we forget to experience love and gratitude. I know that people say love hurts, and when you experience love, you can exactly experience the strongest grief. But I think that's a misconception of love. That's when you experience conditional love. But unconditional love, this unconditional love, it cannot coexist with pain. When this is said, through all this time, I was allowing my body to experience what it asks to experience. If my body was asking to cry, I was crying. If my body was asking to just sleep whole day, I would be allowing that as much as this is possible. I just want to make the point that it's good not to be tough on oneself, and at the same time not to by purpose evoke strong emotions, memories of the past and the future, what ifs, imagination. Because the thing is, you cannot know what would be in store for you. You just don't know. So this is just constructs, and these constructs are not making you happy in this moment. So it's much better to focus on what's still alive, what still is breathing for your love and attention at that point. And as a mother with small children, I turned my loving attention to these small people who were very much needing love. Of course, a huge part of it was how our friends just stood together. Peter was deeply loved. He was an amazing human being. He was warm, he was joyful, he was fun, he was caring. If we had a bad life together, then it would be easy to let him go. So what would I rather choose? To have a long bad relationship where you feel actually relieved when someone is gone, or to have a really, really amazing relationship and full life and lots of love when you feel amputated when the partner is gone? So what would you choose? I want to share so much of what helped me the most, how I was handling it in regards with my children, how I was explaining it to them, why they were coping so extremely well. As this is life, things like this do happen. It's not personal. It's not personal. It's a part of life, and it's a journey, and we are built to be able to cope with this in the best possible way if we just let ourselves be. So I hope to see you in the next part of this story, and if you have any questions or a certain moment which you would like to know, you can ask anything about anything. Please don't think about hurting my feelings or that something is too painful for me to talk about. If you are curious about anything, if you are in doubt about anything, please ask. And until then, I wish you the best of the day and lots of love.